Shout out to US ARC and all US ARC members. If you don't know what US ARC is, don't be ashamed. Just go ahead and click the third link in the description below. See what US ARC is all about, okay? You never know when legislations are going to hit your backyard, so that's why it's very important to consider becoming a US ARC member today. These numbers really do matter, and they look at it for consideration when it comes to battling legislation. So first and foremost, thank you, Phil Goss. Thank you to anybody out there who partners up and volunteers with US ARC organization. Thank you for anyone out there who's a US ARC member. And if you can't become a US ARC member today, please talk about it on your platforms. Let your neighbors know, let all your pet stores know what US ARC is here for, and it's here to fight for our animal rights. Thank you to every US ARC member and US ARC supporter out there. Cheers.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, the coolest reptile network in the world. Episode 697, new breed on the block. Grant and Mary from Rec Room Snakes in the building tonight. Paint the world. Hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. Definitely excited tapping about paint tonight. But yeah, man, please do me a favor. If you're enjoying this episode, if you're hearing some stuff, and you're like, wow, that's going to help me. Do me a favor. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Select all. You'll be reminded of every podcast released out of the network. Monday through Sunday, you can find a brand new episode. The only reptile network in the world that's doing that for you guys. So get reminded. Stay on top of everything. Catch these Monday nights every Monday night with me and Biggie, Top G, Villarino Reptiles in the building.
Painter's gonna paint, boy.
Damn. Wait, what'd you just say?
Hey, we got some of the original players in the game tonight, okay?
Yeah.
Not the people that jumped on the bandwagon because, you know, oh, it got hot again. No, these people been in it since the beginning when it wasn't hot, okay? They stayed with it. An example of what we should be doing in the ball game, okay? Period.
Well, that's a nice intro. I didn't even know about that about them. I know from where they're at with paint. I'm like, dude, how did they get in this position? But now it makes a lot of sense. So thanks for busting that bubble right at the beginning. That's awesome. But
I'm pretty sure. Look, I don't remember all the facts.
We'll hear it from them.
But I'm pretty sure they've been in it for a minute. Yeah.
Definitely seems like a real nice couple during sound check. I'm excited for them to come on tonight and tap everything in with us. But what's up with you, bro? How you doing, Big E? How was your weekend? You vended one day this weekend, I think.
Yeah, we did a one day. We did good.
Is that your last one day show?
That it more than likely is the last one day show. Went in with low expectations and came out good, man. You know, blessed is all I can say. Blessed.
I think you're always going to come out pretty positive if you have low expectations or just don't set anything over your head high. You know, just go in there, do your best. And you're always good about looking at who you reach to as far as like people who come and subscribe to the show or whatever. I feel like networking should be the number one thing for people, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because they come back. I mean, how many people have you realized that you've seen at previous shows and you're like, oh, what's up? And they kind of come back and see you, you know?
I'm gonna tell you this. One of my customers at Sarasota is one of our viewers. They're awesome. They bought their third animal from me. I'm very happy. I'll remember the name in a bit. My bad. Yeah.
Big E. All right. Hey, listen. Before we get to tonight's sponsors,
there they are. Kim and Matt Chase.
Wow, they're in the chats. There you go.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thank you for the support. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Hey,
you guys are awesome.
Yeah. Go easy on my man's memory. I swear. He... Okay, hold on real quick. Where are we at with your season it's over now, right? Like you're chilling, or what's going on?
I got my last clutch like 5 days ago. Yeah,
59 or 58, or what'd you
56. I ended up with 56.
So what's the energy for next year? Like what's if everything goes your way with temps and everything, what are you looking to hit for 2026?
Well, first I have my first Crebo pairing.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
Yes.
Damn, I love how you said that first and foremost. Like that was like
yes, rookie boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
no clue what you're doing.
I'm putting MBKs into brumation next month. First time there as well. Shit. And I'm gonna have 126 pairings this coming season. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, if I go at a 75% clip, that's a lot of animals. So
is that 90? It's about how much is that? How many clutches is that?
At 75%, I'm probably roughly in the 85 to 90 range, without the colubrids.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're talking 600, maybe 600 animals.
How many how many king snakes do you pair up? Just one pair, right?
I have 2 females I'm gonna pair.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, 2 females and the 1 Crebo, and then working on the room still, enjoying it all, and then I got one more project to work on eventually.
And you're done with the hog noses, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank God. Hey, I just want to remind everybody that you can catch a brand new episode again here on the network Monday through Sunday. And if you're not more on the YouTube side of things, you can hear all these episodes on all the major audio platforms. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. So listen, go at it, man. If you're tired of commercials or having to keep your phone on, you don't need to do that on all the audio platforms. So wherever you listen to any of these episodes, thank you so much for supporting me and all the other fellow guests, my co-hosts. Really means a lot. And again, if you are getting anything out of these episodes, please subscribe. Help me grow the channel. Now, also, if you're looking for exclusive content, please don't hesitate. Come join the Trap Talk Patreon family. Click the very first link in the description below. Connect to the Discord, and there's an amazing Instagram group chat. Taps you with amazing keepers from all over the world. So thank you so much to all my trappers. You guys are my heart. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, Reptile Super Show, happening January 10th and 11th. Okay, it's going down. Big E, you ready or what, dog? Bro.
Hell yeah, I'm ready. I can't wait, bro. I love going to Cali, bro.
This is crazy to me. I can't believe it's already that time of year where Big E's going to be there. How many animals you bringing, Emilio?
Last year, I think I only brought 50 or 40 or 50. This year, I'm expecting to bring 80.
Oh my God. All right. Well, it's gonna be going down, guys. Again, January 10th and 11th, Reptile Super Show, Pomona, California. Make sure you go to the reptilesupershow.com to get your tickets. You can also find all information on hotels and all this other any kind of ticket information as well going to be on the website. So thank you so much, Rami, and the entire Reptile Super Show team. Appreciate your support. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by MORPH over there in Europe, killing it, man. Thank you so much, Devin and Teresa. If you're into the top tier projects in the ball python game, triple recessive, quad recessives with a bunch of amazing incomplete dominants, then this is your company to follow right now. MORPH on IG. You can also check out their website to see what they have available, also on Morph Market as well. So thank you so much, Devin Teresa over at MORPH. Find their website in the description below. Then also tonight's episode is brought to you by Clutch, the #1 ball python organization app in the game. I'm going to take it back to Emilio. Emilio, what has your life been like ever since switching to Clutch?
Yo, I love Clutch. Straight up, everything's in there, ready to go. I'm gonna start ultrasounding in about 4 to 6 weeks.
Right.
All that information is gonna go in there. I mean, it's I love it. It's great. Justin messaged me like 2-3 weeks ago. We went mobile. I mean, I love it. I can work it from my phone. Guys, it's a game changer.
And for anyone out there who's like, man, I have too many snakes. I just don't want to do it. What was your motivation to do it? Because I mean, you're an OG, and so
I'm busy as hell, and I didn't want to deal with just going up to the tub and seeing what I wrote on that tub and that old school shit. I didn't want to deal with that. I wanted to be able to go onto the system, and go see the pairing, go see what a backup pairing would be. It rates your pairings. Bro, I love putting in new holdbacks. I love the IDs. I mean, I sold a few animals that were in the system recently. I loved giving the customer their IDs with with the card. Dude, I love it. That's all I have to say.
Epic. Well, thanks for doing my job on that. Guys, Clutch, check them out, please. You can try them free for 30 days. Find the website in the description below. And live chats are cracking. Thanks for everyone who's here. V-Unit family, Trappers, you guys are amazing. You ready to bring this couple on and get to the bottom of the paint, Gene, or what?
Hell yeah, let's go.
All right, man. Again, man, much love to the chats. You guys are beautiful, but do me a favor, smash that like button because it's game time, all right? Do what you got to do to get your mind right, and do what you got to do to stay hydrated for episode 697. New breed on the block, Rec Room Snakes, coming at you right now. Let's go. Choo!
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man,
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
exclusive. Oh,
So stop calling us.
Scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, God love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live, episode 697. Welcome, Grant and Mary. What is good, guys?
How's it going?
Hey guys.
All right, let's get to it. How did paint happen? Let's hear it.
Well, I guess we started in paint back in like 2011.
Wow, 2011.
That's
From-
what
Yeah.
And listen, I mean, obviously 2011 is such a different time, obviously than what's current with social media. So let's hear. I want to hear the detailed story. Like, were you guys walking around a show? Were you going through imports? Like, how did this happen?
Yeah, actually, just looking through like World of Ball Pythons
Yeah.
and just kind of Reptile Radio, kind of the Bush League.
Yeah.
Used to be on there quite a bit and just saw paint and saw Sentinel, and I just kind of really liked the really granity stuff, and I actually saw it in person at a show one time with it was I can't remember if it was like a Raleigh show.
I think so.
Yeah.
So Rec Room Snakes, you guys have been around for how many years now? I mean, so you guys were obviously around in the hobby back then. So I'm curious how far back you guys go.
Yeah, we started breeding ball pythons in like 2008, but before that we did king snakes, corn snakes, milk snakes.
Whoa. Interesting. Wow. Who's in? Okay, I feel like there's always somebody who like sparked it all. Like, who was it? Who was the main motivator behind Rec Room Snakes? Was it Grant or Mary? Who was the main pusher behind this?
It was kind of both of us. So
Really?
I had a corn snake when I was in junior high.
Okay.
And, we were living together, and she was being made the manager of Petco over the fish and reptile department. And I've always had fish tanks, so she was used to the fish, but she was scared of snakes. And she goes, "How do I get over that?" And I said, "Well, the best way to get over your fear is to get one and start taking care of it, because you fear what you don't know." And so we got a Theride King for her, and then that kind of led into the Corns and Kings. And I wanted to do the ball pythons, but she always had dealt with those bush babies from Petco that wouldn't eat and didn't do very good. And I'm like, it's different when you get them from a breeder that's been bred in captivity. And so we got a pastel and like 2 normals, and that's what started the ball pythons. And we got those back in 2007 or 8, something like that.
Yeah, it was 2007.
Where are you guys from?
We're originally from California, but we live in North Carolina now. We've been out here since 2006.
Oh wow! So this whole Petco journey all happened over where you guys are at now. This wasn't a California thing.
No, that was in California.
Oh, it was in Cali. Okay, so what influenced you guys to move? I mean, was it just pricing back then too, or what made you guys move?
It was pricing, and then we were told she was on dialysis and waiting on a kidney transplant. We were told that the wait list was a lot shorter over here in North Carolina.
Wow.
And then I do heating and cooling as a trade, and the pay scale in California versus out here was the same, but the pricing, the price of housing was way lower.
Yeah, so you're killing it in that sense because you're making Cali money in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and North Carolina is beautiful, by the way, like gorgeous. My buddy Brian Seuss on. Was it South Carolina? Oh man, I get him confused sometimes, but he's in that demographic. What do you guys call the mountains? Alpa, or what do they call the Appalachians?
Yeah, Appalachians.
Dude, he took me on some hikes over there, and just that whole scenic route, like it was like I was in a movie, and it was just very breathtaking. But that was quite the adjustment, I'm assuming, right? Going from Cali to North Carolina.
The humidity.
Humidity was
and working out in it. I lived in Arizona for a while, and I was like, it gets 120 in Arizona. I can handle that heat. And that first summer about killed me, not being used to that humidity. It's another animal.
Yeah. So when you guys moved to North Carolina, you guys obviously already had reptiles at that time, but were you already breeding then or not yet? When did you guys start breeding the ball pythons?
We didn't start breeding until out here in North Carolina. The first thing that we ever bred was albino prairie kings in California. That was the first thing we ever bred.
And okay.
And then we moved out here and we started with the corns and the kings almost immediately after we moved out here.
Yep.
And then how fast did you move up with ball pythons? Like were you quickly investing into whatever you could pretty quickly, or did it grow into that?
No, she like I said, she didn't really want to do the ball pythons. And then when we've got our first clutch from the pastel to a normal,
that was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
The next thing I know, she's buying pewters for $200 or $2,200. I think you paid for a pewter.
Yeah.
And like $1,000 for a spider, and I was just like $1,000 for a het female pied, and I was like,
I remember.
I gotta work some more overtime.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah,
I paid. We got into ball pythons about the same time. I paid $1,000 for my first. I paid $900 for my first spider female.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we paid was $900.
Yeah. It's crazy how when you rip that price band-aid off, it's crazy how things just scale up after that. Like I'll never forget seeing a $300 snake was like, I told myself like, yeah, right. Like I'll fucking never in my life spend that kind of money on a snake. Are you kidding me? And then $300 is fucking the shipping at this point now. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like holy, like thousands I have invested. Like, you know, I'm sure all of us have on the screen, but it's crazy how quick things go to that, you know? Go ahead.
Let me say this. I'm going to ask you guys the same thing. What did you buy that spider for? I know what I bought it for, but I'm going to let you answer.
Bumblebees.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bumblebee is what set everything on fire. I mean, the pieds were cool and the albinos were cool, but nobody knew you could combine them until Kevin McCurley did the Bumblebee.
Yeah. And then the killer bees. Then there was killer bees.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's crazy, man.
I will say, because for me, just like a lot of other people, pied was the first one. Well, I mean, it was albino, right? But albino didn't really blow me away like when I saw pied. Like when I saw how a normal snake could just have white like that, I was like, that's it was like I'm rubbing my eyes, and especially being a fellow ball python lover from the 90s, like just that's not real life to me. And so it went from that to a banana, and then seeing a banana in real life was like, what the hell? And then the bumblebee and killer bee stuff, like that's when I was like, I knew this was such a crazy, cool little hobby to be a part of, because those snakes, you don't forget seeing snakes like that for the first time. You really don't.
No. And when they were doing the pied ball pythons, there was no other snakes out there like that.
No,
at the time. Python was the only way you could do a pied back then.
Let me say this. I know you guys were brought in and inspired by some of the same people I was, because I don't know which one of you I was talking to in messaging, but Ralph Davis was really big. Kevin McCurley, Brian Barczyk. I'm forgetting someone right now, but it's incredible that now all of us on this screen here, to an extent, right? We can't forget that now we are offering that same experience to some of the new people that are coming in the game. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can't get lost on us. Like right now, that's what I thought of. Like, oh my God, when in 2006, 2007, I was at Daytona, and I went to Ralph Davis's table, Kevin McCurley, Brian Barczyk, and I'm like, man, now we're vending and we're doing all these things. It's crazy how things change. So, yeah.
And listen, we got to give it up to the pioneers. I give it to people like Kevin and others who are still around that started all that. Like even Bob Clark, like just like the legit pioneers of, like, for some of the first guys to throw thousands of dollars into a reptile before anybody would even knew any of it. And to this day, that's why, like, it's touching to me to hear your guys' backstory. Starting back in the early, the 2000s, where like a lot of people who, like, this is a hard game to really like hone down in and be a part of for the long term, because we all know life happens. Like, things could come into your life where you're depending on whatever money from this, and it's not there a couple years, you might have to get out. And that's kind of what's happening now. But to say you've been in this for 20 plus years, and how like any kind of dip in the market won't affect you. I won't say it won't affect you, but it's not going to get you out because you love it so much. I mean, Emilio, right? How many different dips have you seen in the market and you somehow adjusted and made it work?
Just like Mary and Grant, we've seen, I think I mentioned it with Anthony, or we've seen like 5 iterations of the market.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
But would you guys say this is the craziest one that you've seen that's happening right now? Like, due to COVID, like as far as the spike and then the whole, like, just going back to normalcy, like, have any of you seen this kind of a drastic change throughout your years of doing this?
I would say this is probably one of the
earliest
ones.
Yeah, sure.
What about you, Emilio?
I agree. The scale of what happened because of all the money that was thrown into the economy.
Yeah, all the people, right? Like we had a lot of people come in. Like, it was a lot. Like,
yeah,
it was a lot.
There's nothing like it. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys this. I talked to a pioneer the other, like, 2 weeks ago, and he says that there's, and again, I'm just gonna say it because it was told to me. There are gonna be so many racks on the market that there's gonna be nowhere to put them.
Racks, like rack systems.
Rack system, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because the people that sell these rack systems, they run out of space. So what's going to happen? Think about it. Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you don't live in a place like Texas or Florida. Like, if you're more of a smaller state, then yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the plus side. What do you guys say, Grant and Mary, that you guys live in a primarily reptile-friendly state? Like, meaning, like, there's a lot of keepers that you guys know in that area. Like, the community of people over there is pretty big in the South, you would say, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but US ARC kind of started with NC ARC.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
It morphed into US ARC.
Whoa. Okay.
So North Carolina, we've kind of spearheaded a lot of that stuff and kind of self-policed, I guess, or you would say. And They don't mess with us too much because of that, but they're starting to.
In what way?
They're going after the fringe of the reptiles, like the crocodilians and stuff like that.
And venomous.
Yeah, the venomous got hit hard over there. No.
Yeah.
Well, only because of incidents. Like there was something that happened. I could have sworn that fucking brought a bunch of attention. That
that guy lost a zebra cobra in Raleigh.
Yes, dude.
Like in an apartment complex, you know. So,
dude, imagine just not being a reptile person and that thing's in your house.
Yeah.
Oh my god! See, that's what kind of like. It's unfortunate because all it takes is somebody who doesn't really give a fuck to ruin all this for us. Like irresponsible, just shithead who just does not care. That's why it's very like it's scary to think. No matter how hard we all try, all it takes is one idiot.
There was that one guy that was. It was real recent. He got bit by that inland taipan.
North Carolina.
Free handling everything. Well, that was North Carolina too, wasn't it?
Yeah, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I know it was in one of the Carolinas, but it's like, and he's making videos and telling people that oh, you're a pussy if you don't free handle your snakes, and it's like, but why are you taking that risk, man? Like
sick in the head. That's why.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man.
Yeah,
an unnecessary risk to take.
So that dude supposedly they euthanized all his animals, and now he has more animals.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but okay.
Yeah. But see, that's why it's like that's why shit's probably happening the way it is right now, and so. But I don't know. I mean, on that topic, guys, that's also something you guys seen. I'm sure are a lot of laws come and go, right? Like a lot of like legislations that happen, and then all of a sudden they get lifted and it changes. I feel like that's been a part of the hobby for years now, where like, oh my god, there's this big scare and fucking they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, and then it kind of chills out and then it comes back. Isn't that kind of like the flow of things, you guys would say?
Yeah, there was one. Well, you might remember it was because Ralph Davis and everybody was. We had letters. There was a national bill back in like 2008. That was a big thing, and we got that. We as the reptile community nationwide, we got that shut down. It was like HR 69 or something like that, 668 or.
Yeah.
You remember that? You remember that?
Yeah. He spearheaded defeating that one.
Yeah. Like it was like Brian Porter. It was all the big names, Barchek, but I remember Ralph Davis doing a lot on that one too.
Yeah.
Well, but here we are. We keep fighting, and we're guys. Let me ask you this: how? I have a hard time coming up with a number, but we've seen the market through all its stages, right? How much bigger can we hypothesize of the size now to what it was before? Any number come to mind at all for you guys?
Like how much bigger it is now?
Compared to before.
Years ago, I read an article that 2,000 people a day bring home their first reptile. Now, how true that was, I don't know. But if you think about it, a reptile makes a pretty darn good starter pet for a child, better than a dog or a cat, because especially like a snake, you can feed it once a week, and it's a good kind of like so that they can prove that they're responsible for taking care of an animal. Plus, they're hypoallergenic, so you don't have to worry. If you have allergies, you don't have to worry about the dander or anything like that. So I think reptiles are, as long as they don't pass a bunch of bills, I think they'll continue to grow.
Yeah. Especially there was something I heard a couple years back, maybe a little bit longer, like how much of less there's dog people now because there's more reptile people due to the fact how much lower maintenance it is to take care of a reptile compared to a dog. I mean, I feel like people want an easier life nowadays. And so you know, a dog, you know, it's coming from someone who owns 2 pit bulls. It's like fucking having kids. Like it is a lot of work, and if you don't pay attention to those dogs or give them training, they're not easy to keep. Like it's even worse. So that's why that made sense to me how a lot more people rather have a companionship with a reptile than a dog nowadays, because how much easier it is. And then also you could keep multiple reptiles. That's usually like how it works. Not for everybody, but if you were to rate, you know, 1 through 10, how many people buy another reptile after their first one? Fucking 8, at least 8 out of 10, I would say. You know what I mean? Like it's mostly that's like the next stage of the itch that you get in this hobby. You know?
I always tell people when they're getting their first animal that it's like potato chips. You can't have just one, you know, or tattoos. Like, hey, you ever meet a person with just one tattoo? They're rare and far between, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you're the type that takes it home and you can't stop staring at it. Because I'm not going to say you fall out of love, but then you're like, damn, imagine if I had another one. And then you're like, here we go again. And it's like, you know, it's kind of how it begins. And I feel like that's how it should be, you know, and I don't even mean like with the idea to breed yet. Fuck the breeding part. Like, be a kid, enjoy looking at this thing, you know, get it to eat, you know, like enjoy that beginner stage. And I feel like, you know, that is usually people already have that under their belt before they start into breeding. But as you know, social media is so big where somebody who has no interest in snake found one of these podcasts or found a reel or found a fucking vlog and was like, I need a snake. Let me go find a snake. Oh, there's Morph Market. Holy shit, I could buy this on an auction for $25. This is cool. And then it just comes to their house. And there you go. You got a snake again, you know? Go ahead.
And then, you know, the difference between then and now is that we have a million combos that we want to make, right?
Yeah.
Before we had maybe 5 to 10, right?
Endless now. Yeah.
And then now we're also making these beautiful display cages. You know, aside from ball pythons, let's say, you know, for a chondro, an emerald, or whatever it might be, you know, a bioactive. I mean, we're making these amazing reptile rooms now, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff that's, man, it blows away everything we used to do. Everything.
Yeah, by far.
I got to ask you guys, before we kind of start diving in about your projects and talking more about paint, I'm curious on how you guys think things are headed when it comes to, I don't know, like, do you still think we're going to have more people tapping out the amount that we've been having? Or do you think that's going to calm down now? Do you think that the ones who are around are here to stay for the most part? Are we already past that phase of people leaving, you think?
Yeah, I think most of the ones that are probably going to get out are out. There may still be a few stragglers coming, but
yeah. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, this is not the first time we've seen people like, and a lot of times they're not getting out of reptiles; they're trying to get out of ball pythons because there's such stiff competition. One of the main reasons we got into the ball pythons is because breeding those corn snakes, I couldn't, like, if a baby got on the table, I couldn't pick up the little baby. I'd have to get like a credit card or something, get up underneath it. Where a ball python's big enough right from hatching that I can actually pick it up.
Right.
And, you know, I just, unless you're talking retics, I just don't see any other species that has the palate that the ball pythons have proved to have.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, because being an ex-retic keeper and seeing some of the like color palettes on a retic, I was like, holy shit! Like, if that's the only thing I could see color-wise, I could give ball pythons a run for their money. Like, and I'm talking even at adult stages, some of these retics just look ridiculous, like beautiful, like not really real looking, but real and very scary at some sizes. But yeah, overall, when it comes to like the safety of a child. And like being able to like know if you're really a reptile lover or not, ball pythons are king. They have always been the number one, like they're like the snake of America, I would say. You know what I mean? Like, no, everyone knows a ball python, I feel like, for the most part. That's like such an entry level snake to get your hands on. Go ahead, Biggie.
My main line at the table is simple. This is the number one pet snake in the world.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, that's what I say, and it's because of all the different factors it has. It has so many different things at play. I mean, the colors. I mean, everything. The demeanor. You get a nice bodied snake that's super calm, docile for the most part. I
Yeah.
mean, it's gonna chill with you. I mean, what else do you want? You know?
I mean, it's always been that snake. Like, I love it when someone, I don't get a lot of these people, but whoever comes over to my house and they're like, oh my God, you have a snake? Like, and they're looking around and they're like, and I go, dude, relax, come to my room. And then once I get him to the room, you know, I don't go grab a chondro. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm going to make sure I put something in this damn thing's hand or this guy's hand or woman's hand where I know it's going to be a good experience. And it's always straight to the ball pythons, preferably a baby that's not too nippy. You know what I'm saying? But even when they're nippy at babies, they don't even get scared. They're just so fascinated by this little cute animal. And it's like, dude, ball pythons are more scared of you. Trust me.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right, I want to get down back to paint, you know, as far as like when you guys kind of knew you had it. And what I mean by that, I mean, was it first called paint in the beginning? Who named it paint? Let's get to all that.
So Charles Gillespie, who's out of North Carolina, is the originator of paint. And he gave it to Ted, who we traded. Back then it was a fire pewter that we had up for 7,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, at that time we were still beginning in the ball python, so I thought that was kind of a number that you couldn't get, you know. And so when he offered the trade for paint, I actually didn't know what paint was. She did, and I was like, I thought he was, you know, fooling with me. And when she was showing me pictures, I was like, yeah, that's cool. And so we got into it, but at the time it was considered Kodam. So we got a bunch of what we were told were paints, and most of them were, but some of them weren't paints. And then when we talked to Limey, who's in North Carolina as well, we were at a show, and we were about ready to get out of paint because we couldn't make at the time a super. And he said, you got to start treating it as recessive. So we got a male visual from him and then went back through all of our females to figure out which ones were het paint and which ones weren't. And as soon as we started treating it as recessive, that's when we started taking off with it. But we struggled with it for
years.
Yeah.
Only because the whole idea of what you thought it was not. Like, it was.
Yeah.
It was receptive. Okay. And what year was that when Limey said, hey, guys, start treating it this way, not that way? When was that?
2013 or 14?
Yeah.
No, it might have been later than that.
Yeah, it had to have been a little bit later than that.
Maybe 26 or 16, something 16. Like that.
What do you say, Emilio?
I have a question for you guys, because I went around refreshing my eyes on some paint stuff. On World of Ball Pythons, there's still an animal that is mentioned as a super paint. That animal is fucking incredible. Do you think that's a miss ID?
I'd have to see the animal. I don't know.
If one of you search up super paint World of Ball Pythons, you'll find it immediately. It's incredible.
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, it's not. To me, it's much nicer than some of the single gene paint stuff I've seen.
So why does it say super paint though if it's recessive? Is that?
Well, I mean it's outdated, right?
Oh,
yeah. At the time, they were considering it incomplete.
Is this the one you're talking about, Emilio?
Let me see.
Yeah, that looks like a lesser or something.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking.
Super paint ball. Am I tripping?
No, that's not that one. Just look up super paint real quick on Google.
I did. That's where I got this, pal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
look, super paint right there. See that? I just clicked on that. That's what we get. See
that? Yeah. Don't put World of Ball Pythons. I'm not gonna send you on a goose chase, but that animal is so nice that holy crap, I had to ask.
If someone could DM it to me, please, or if that's not the right one, shoot it to my DM on Instagram and I'll pull it up.
Back then, imagine if hundreds of people are mis-IDing now. Imagine back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the first paint project that you guys made visually? Like, what was the first visual project for you guys?
Calico. Was it Calico paint?
Was it? I thought we made a pass. No, you're right. I
It
think
was
it
a
was a
Calico.
Calico.
And what year? That was 2016, or what year was that?
Yeah, it was right around 28.
So
you know, okay.
we started making visuals, but we couldn't sell them.
Oh, okay.
Just-
What was the deal with that? Like, let's talk about why you weren't able to sell them.
Nobody wanted them. Nobody
Yep.
wanted.
Nobody was
back roll.
interested in the granite stuff at that time.
And so we actually started using some of our females for their codoms and not even breeding for paint. And then we got a calico female up to size, and I was like, we need to go back. We need to circle back to the paint stuff. And then we made that calico paint, and that thing came out really good, and it really sparked the paint gene. So it hatched out at a Charlotte Repticon show, and we on Saturday evening, and that's our home show. And so we brought it down to show Limey on Sunday, and Limey's like, you need to put that thing out and show everybody. And so we put it on the table, and it hadn't shed. It had just climbed out of the egg. And Limey pulled all of his stuff off his table that Sunday. And he couldn't sell them for like $250 a piece at the time. And then like overnight, people were offering $1,000 for paint stuff. It was crazy. I mean, just crazy.
Wow. And so I feel like the first time I ever heard about paint was when I had Chad Holker on the show like 5 years ago. He was the first. Well, actually, no. Dave Levinson talked about paint.
We're at that show.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So the first person to ever actually mention paint was Dave Levinson on Unfiltered Reptiles podcast in 2019. But then Chad Holker was the first person that I knew that was actually working it. But then I would also see like Sentinel in Canada, like my good friend that's no longer a part of the hobby. Or maybe he's like just watching what things are going on, but he doesn't keep anymore. But Khalil from 514 Reptiles, he had a lot of Sentinel stuff. And that's, to be honest, that's Sentinel paint was the very first two that I found out, like, oh, there's this one morph has two names, you know? And I thought that was very confusing. Even back then, I was like, why would one morph had two names? Do you think that had something to do with it as well? Like the fact that there was Sentinel and paint going on back then? Like, do you think that had something to do with like people not really wanting to mess with it?
Yeah, because Sentinel was labeled recessive long before paint was. But even Sentinel back then, you had Sentinel and then Super Sentinel. And then who was it that did the Sentinel? Can't remember.
Was it Ben?
Yes.
Yeah.
Siegel.
Yeah, Ben Siegel. Yeah. And Limey was actually the first one that I know of that proved that Sentinel and paint are the same gene. He bred a Sentinel to a paint and got visuals.
Wow. But then, how did this work? Where like I don't hear about Sentinel no more. Like all I hear about is paint, which like I wish we could all get to this point with some of this stuff. Like how did things slowly transitioning to no one really mentioning Sentinel, and then all of a sudden it's paint? How'd that work?
Honestly, I think it's because I know this is going to sound like I'm tooting our own horn, but us and Limey, kept pushing forward with the paint, and because because it started getting popular and that's what we had, we just kept calling it paint. I think maybe not, but that's my guess is the fact that,
and I think a lot more people had paint than they did than Sentinel.
More people that are working with paint have made more combos that call it paint.
Yeah.
And so I think paint's winning out.
Also a much better name.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys, let's say I invited you over to my collection and I show you a rack of snakes that I originally bought as Sentinel, but then I start proving out stuff and I'm calling it paint, would you guys be mad at me or no?
No.
I think a lot of it actually, a lot of it is crossed. So, I mean.
But are we? Can you notice we tell the difference between a Sentinel and a paint? Like if they were to be side to side, like you know how there's lines of things, which we all know there's lines of things. Don't want to go there yet, but I'm just saying, like, can you tell, like, okay, that's Sentinel line, that's paint?
Not always, like, but
sometimes,
like Antoine DPR, he keeps his Sentinel line fairly pure, and his, you can tell because it has a more of a red tone to it.
Yeah.
On the Sentinel stuff. So,
Yeah.
but pretty much everything most of it's crossed here in the States.
Well, see, and we originally thought that paint was just super variable, and the mail that we got from Limey came from this weird female that he had bought years ago that never really made anything. Well, whatever it's doing, it's very reactive with paint, and that's why some of the paint stuff that we make is like way more expressive than other stuff. And we've actually deemed it, and you'll see people talking about it as a separate gene called the Mogwai. But that's something that we came up with while we was over at his house drinking and stuff, and and then it just kind of stuck.
So I'm sorry, remind me how the Mogwai thing came about.
So it was from a wild female that Limey had that he bred his original paint to.
Okay.
He was thinking that it was yellow belly.
Yeah.
Which it never made.
It is yellow belly.
Yeah, but it's a weird yellow belly.
Yeah.
But it never did anything really expressive until you put it into the paint stuff.
So that's how he found out, is he put a paint to what he thought was a yellow belly, but it was more than a yellow belly, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it had the Mogwai gene in it, basically.
And you guys have that gene as well going in your collection?
Yeah, because you can tell, like you'll sit there and make a yellow belly paint, 2 yellow belly paints, and they look totally different. And
I need you to myth bust this story real quick, because I remember the last time we had somebody on talking about this, I heard they were trying to name it Mowgli, and they
that's
Yeah.
So this was actually supposed to be named Mowgli from Jungle Book, but he said Mogwai instead.
And it stuck.
Yeah.
I think Mogwai's sick though. I mean, it's unique, but Mowgli would have been sick as shit too. But at least it's like creative, and it's like, God bless. It's not like just another fucking rinky-dink name, so that's a cool. I forgot who told me that, but yeah, it's funny how that happens. But so what year was this, guys? Can you remind me when you guys figured out about the Mogwai stuff?
Oh shoot, I don't know. 2022?
Yeah, it was just a couple of years ago.
Like I said, we were sitting there talking about how there's such a range in the paint stuff. We were at his house, and the 4 of us were drinking, and he all of a sudden was like, wait a minute. And he took us into and showed us this big, I mean, that animal's got to be close to 5,000 grams. It's a huge female.
Yeah. And
he's had it for years. And he's like, that was the original female that I bred my first paint to. And we kind of started lining stuff up, and we're going, well, that's got to be what's happening. And then, he's gone more into proving out the Mogwai than we have. He's actually been able to, I think, separate it from the paint stuff. Mm-hmm. Because I've actually seen Albie selling stuff that's not paint as Mogwai. So I think they've worked on that and have actually figured that out as another gene.
So it's another granite gene, right, that we're talking about? Like, has almost like the same kind of style and effect like paint in a sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just really blows it out though.
So you would rather have that with paint, or are we trying to isolate it away and do its own thing away from paint? Like,
it's way better.
It makes the paints way more dynamic.
Like almost like a gravel yellow belly type thing. Like it's like they go good together like that. Like it's like it's like a must. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it amps up the colors, changes the pattern, gets you more of that granite texture along the belly. I mean, it's quite nice.
Okay, all right, guys. Let's kind of talk about this real quick. Why do you think granite just weren't that really appealing to people back in the 2015 in prior years? Like, is it mainly because how much the clown stuff was just blowing up? Like, was it mainly because all the brighter stuff was more sought after? I'm just curious what your guys' train of thought is of like how such a gene, and this is like one of many cases. Like, we know multiple cases of morphs being like, whatever, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're the fucking hottest thing on the market. So if you, I'm sure you guys had conversations with each other like, it's funny how it went from not wanted to like now it's the fucking hottest thing people are talking about. Like, what do you think that was the reason for that?
Honestly, I think it's the influence. Back then,
Huge.
Ralph Davis did a lot of blade clowns, and so everybody was going for reduced stuff. And I think maybe that's what it was. And me and her have always been attracted to the busier patterns. So like we made it a point to not try to keep blade out of our clowns, even though back then blade clowns were what was popular.
Yeah, but okay, with blade, right? People stopped IDing blade in their snakes. Like they didn't care. And shout out to my boy Marshall Mendez. He was the first person I ever knew who was selling snakes. And I was like, wait a minute, why does it look like this? And he would tell me, I think there's blade in my collection. And I'm like, well, and I remember like back then I'm thinking, well, the more morphs, the better. Why? What are you doing? Tell people there's blade. But for whatever, and I didn't really understand back then, like, why aren't you telling people? But it just was one of those genes where people didn't give a fuck about letting people know that it was in the mix.
Yeah, Grant's correct. Back then, we were all kind of conditioned and taught reduced pattern, clean, reduced pattern.
Yeah.
Now it's like the opposite. We're looking for
craziness,
for busy patterns and pixelation. Look at paint. Look at Cosmos. Look at Trick. Look at Blitz. Look, all three of those. We're all looking for pixelation and pattern and busyness, and we're trying to make the ball python the opposite of what we were before, right? Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah. And I think Justin was probably one of the first ones that was always talking about the busy pattern clowns, or at least he's the first one I remember talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody just said blade is scrambler.
I mean, it's in a lot of stuff and people don't know. I mean, still to this day,
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
the chats are ruthless.
Yeah.
But okay, here's the thing though. Like, I remember the reason why I was tripping out because I think I had made, or one of the things I wanted to make was like a super blade clown, because I just remember seeing how clean they looked, right? And for me, I just thought like, wow, what a project to work. But talking to people who were well ahead of me, just had certain things that they didn't care to talk about. And this kind of goes back to like people not saying they had hypo in the mix, like hiding snakes that were hypo for whatever reason. I mean, are there still genes out there that people are hiding that they have, you think? Like, I think that's still a thing. I think that there's still snakes being sold that might have fire or something in it, but they're not telling people. Do you think that's accurate or no?
No, I think that's accurate. I think too, anybody that goes to a show and picks up anything, there's a good chance that thing's het for something anymore.
Yeah.
Because we don't, if it's a possible het, we don't even mark it. If somebody asks, we'll tell them it might be possible het, but like I remember running into that with the corn snakes all the time. You'd sit there and breed for one thing, and next thing you know, it's throwing Montleys and Snows, and it's like, well, I didn't even know those were het for that, And I think that's where the ball pythons are going.
Yeah,
I agree. You're buying an animal. Even back then, they're to get that sale, they're probably keeping something out. I mean, at the end of the day, whether it's good for you or bad for you, they just want that sale. I think. I mean, now it's worse, but it still happened back then a lot as well.
Kind of embarrassing to ask this, but is paint already something you could test on RGI yet, or am I tripping?
No, not yet. I know they're still working on it. Charlie is pretty close to it. It's not 100% go. It's like he's like 99.5 on his paint test.
And so, like, I'm curious, since you guys are working hard towards that, which I give you mad respect for doing, like, how do you accomplish such a thing? Like, how are you guys, like, when Charlie tells you, like, we're that close, right? Like, what are you having to do? Just continue to send in more sheds, like influencing other people to send more sheds? Like, how are you guys getting there?
Yeah, just keep sending in sheds as much as I can, you know, and then try and get other people to send in sheds as well.
How long have you guys been doing that for now? The sheds?
God, it feels like it feels like at least almost maybe 2 years now. Yeah. Feels like. Right.
But it's such a thing to have to do, right? Like, in your guys' head, you're like, we have to do this. Like, we got to get this thing tested, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There's a lot of people out there that still think they have, you know, paint and they don't.
Yeah. One of many cases.
Well, I mean, it's just like back in the day with the pods. You know, people were selling normals as het pods. I think the same. I think the same thing when you know, paint got real popular. We started seeing a lot of het paints for sale.
Yeah, it went from like 2 to all of a sudden there was 30, and it's like, where did all these come from?
Dude, and think about that. Like, I got in right around the time before, like, you know, obviously shed testing was all a thing, but like selling fake hets was still a thing back then. And listen, shout out to Mark Bailey. Mark Bailey's the only guy I have not heard any fucked up stories about, but I've heard so many of this like fake het selling to each other type thing being like a fucking thing back then. And I'm talking fucking people over for thousands. Like, and then also like them waiting years to raise them up and then breeding just to find out they don't have hets. Like, that's crazy work, dude, right there. Yeah. But like, also think about, like, this is why we should be kissing RGI and fucking shed testing companies' feet right now. Like, this is going to save a lot of us, like, so much headache. And that's why it, to me, if I knew I had a gene, guys, and I was so confident about it, shed testing is the only way. Like, that's the only way I'm going to be able to stand tall on it. I don't see no other way around it, you know?
Let me tell you guys, throughout the years, I got really lucky. I never, in the beginning, I bought some animals and I had to do a chargeback because the guy was scamming everyone, right? This was early 2005 for some het albinos. But other than that, I was lucky, man. I was really selective with who I bought heads from. And I produced a lot of my heads, thank God. But let me tell you guys, anyone out there, now with shed testing, you're completely protected. And you should still be selective of who you're buying heads from, in my opinion.
For sure.
Yeah. Did you guys ever get burned with heads?
No, not really.
Well, some of the paint stuff that we got
was a trade. That was a trade. But yeah, all the other stuff we, you know, like, you know, when we got clowns, we got visual clowns, but like the pieds, you know, we bought heads, but we bought them from Dan Wolf. You know, like we went to people that had a good reputation, and we're actually making pieds. Like, you know, I don't like when we first started making het clowns, we couldn't sell a clown, and I kind of good on the people because we didn't. So we started off with 2 female clowns, and then we bred them and made heads, but we didn't have any clowns to show that we had the clown gene, and so we didn't sell any of those het clowns until we started making visual clowns. And, you know, and so, you know, in my opinion, I thought that was good on the people to, you know, because we didn't have anything on our table that showed that we had the clown gene other than it said het.
Yeah. I don't know, Emilio, was there ever anything like that going on for you coming up?
A lot of my recessive stuff that I bred early was for me. What I could tell you, I kept a lot of my stuff, and then some stuff I just wholesaled out. But you know, my first experience buying a het in person was with Pete, You know, and Pete gave me the whole rundown of
Pete who? Pete Call?
Yeah, Pete Call, the whole rundown of the markers and everything. And bro, I remember that like if it was 5 minutes ago. I was so interested and bro, not that he was a hero, but I was like, man, I got a het pied from the guy that originated the pied gene. So yeah, those things feel amazing. And what I'm gonna tell you guys out there is get your hets from people that you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, make sure you have shed testing at the end of the day. But yeah, you guys got me going down memory lane right now.
Shout to bringing up Pete Call. That's a fucking legend right there, bro. Like you want to talk about like the reason why pieds went to the level that they're at because of that man. Man, I remember hearing. I forget what show, might have been Daytona, but I heard Pete would keep a stash of pieds somewhere not on the table, and he would only put one on the table, and he would put it for like 30,000. It would sell, and then he would go get one other one and put one there for 30,000, and he would just keep recycling. Mark Bailey told me the story that he would just keep putting one like as they were selling, but wouldn't put all of them on the table. He'd only put one at a time, and it was like priced at like $30K, and they would fucking sell like this.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. And then I heard he had like 1,000 pieds at one point or something like that, or he had like a whole wall that was just all pieds, like all dedicated to pieds. Like he was like the pied king, right? Like that was
Yeah.
Fucking crazy shit, man.
Yeah, man. This game of ours, even from its origin, it's fantastic. It's unstoppable. Yeah. It's unstoppable. It's nothing like it.
All right, we're gonna come right back after this quick commercial break, guys. So hang tight, hit that like button, and we'll see you in a quick second.
Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Devin.
I'm Teresa, and we are MORPH. We are based in Czech Republic, a small country in the middle of Europe.
We really love animals that revolve around multi-recessive projects, and one of our very favorites is Hypo. We're really looking forward to clutches that are coming this season, and some of those are Hypo Clown, DG Clown, Hypo DG Clown, and one of our all-time favorites, Hypo Puzzle.
Hope you enjoyed the next episode on Trap Talk, the greatest reptile network in the world.
If you guys want to see next level cutting edge ball python projects, please make sure you head over to their Instagram to follow all their amazing work and head over to their website to see what they could possibly have available by heading over to progmorphs.com. Thank you again, Devin and Teresa, for bringing some of the biggest heat worldwide in the ball python game. If you want to be organized, if you want to be cutting edge in the ball python game, then you don't want to miss this. Shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. No better place to start off than by using this app. Clutch is an organization app that helps you organize all your ball python projects. It also helps your peers and your fellow community members look at what you possibly have coming for the upcoming ball python season, what you have currently available on Morph Market. It's so awesome to be ahead of the game by using organization app like Clutch. Thank you so much, the entire Clutch team, amazing team over at Clutch. If I were you, I would head over to Clutch's Instagram account, and I would also head over to their website, try it out, see how it works for you, but especially if you're just now coming into this, before you build your reptile collection, I would do it organized, and I would do it with Clutch. Thank you, Clutch, for being so amazing. Excited to hear what Clutch has to bring in the near future. Chee.
All right, we're back at it. Please hit that like button. Second half time of the show. And I have this next topic I want to mention to you guys. Mainly because I feel like you guys probably have a lot to speak on this, but obviously one of the things that we have to learn to adjust on is like pricing, right? I think that's the biggest reality check people are facing in a time like today, is like seeing how one project could go from one price to like a whole different price in 3 years. With paint, I'm curious because it went from something that nobody really gave a fuck about to now all of a sudden people are talking about it. So were you guys like firm on your price even back then when people weren't really wanting it? Or like, how do you go about having a price on something that people aren't really giving a two shits about, but then holding down on it to the point where it's at now? I don't know how you delegated that.
Like I said, I think we were trying to sell visuals for like $250 or something like that.
What the hell?
Yeah.
At one point, and
like 6-7 years ago.
And
like
like
$200.
I said, we stopped even breeding for that. But it being, and I kept going back to Limey telling me that it was a recessive, and when I saw, Justin doing all of the recessive stuff and how the recessives really kind of, hold their value, because you can't just jump in real quick on a recessive. You got to build up your collection and grow stuff up. And I was like, we got to get back to this paint, with it being a recessive. And I think that's how we ended up getting to where we're at with it.
Okay, because this is a good example. So you said $250 in what year was this? 2015 or 2016? What are you trying to sell these for?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, like nobody wanted them. They'd walk up and just be like, $250 for that, or $400 for, or $450 for a pied, and they would go for the pied every time.
I think it was Bob Voot's show, or it could have been the Daytona. Somebody had a paint hypo OD for $20,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking insane how that can happen.
Yeah, it's definitely gone up for sure. It was like once we made that calico paint at the Charlotte show, the price really started to skyrocket. Like the visual paints went up to like $1,000 overnight.
Well, and then
every
year, like Limey made a bongo yellow belly paint that was just that thing was really cool. And then I couldn't think of his name. He made a black pastel something paint. It was really nice.
The vanilla, black pastel vanilla.
That might have been it. Yeah,
that thing. I love black pastel and paint.
So everybody's making these animals that you're just, like that. And then like last year we made that cinnamon pink clown, and it looked like denim jeans with red round ink blotches on it when it came out, and it's
why don't we show this year's animal and that animal? The spot nose yellow belly paint clown.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, we were.
Are you guys the first one to hit paint into clown visually?
No, Ernesto from Bio Exotics, I think it was.
Ernesto, that's Ernesto that's been around for a minute, right?
Yeah, he made the first paint clowns. He sold a pair to Justin.
I remember. I've heard, dude, Ernesto, if you still listen to Trap Talk, hope you're doing good, buddy. He came up to me at one of my first Tinleys and gave me props on my show, and then I'm like, thanks, man. And then I found out who he was. He's just a dude behind the scenes who was really into paint, and then sold that to Justin, right? Huh?
Like, he's very much on the sidelines. He just like hangs out, and then he just drops mad stuff.
Hey, not a bad way to do it. You know what I mean? You avoid a lot of headaches like that.
Yeah.
Like not having to give a shit. But, again, nowadays, you're almost, if you're new, of course, you're doing yourself a disservice by not using social media. I don't think you can't do it without social media. I don't think you can do it without social media nowadays.
So, guys, hands down, is this your favorite paint animal you've ever seen?
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's male or female?
Female.
Are you guys bummed about it being a female?
No. That was a double het to double het. So,
oh wow.
And we hit on the two. What was
the only
fire.
thing we missed was fire on that.
Yeah, the only thing that we missed on that was fire. So we hit everything but fire on a double het to double het. So
okay, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good,
right? I would say, right?
Well, no, I think the fire is going to amp it up.
Oh, so you're saying fire would have helped in this case?
Oh yeah, we made a
fire paint clown, and that's crazy.
Yeah, in the same clutch, and it's het for clown.
Yeah,
it's female too.
That's awesome. So the idea with paint and clown, like that's going to be the longevity of the project, right? Like you want paint and clown and all your stuff, or you're going to be very mindful with it, or how you working that?
Well, we're doing a lot of paint clown stuff, but we're also trying to branch it out into Pied and Hypo.
Hypo, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine if that a hypo version of that, or
Oh yeah.
a DG hypo version of that would be fucking insane.
Yeah.
The only thing with the DG is that it might reduce
Maybe
pattern a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the DG is definitely going to clean it up too much.
Hypo won't.
No.
That's where hypo comes in handy, like because
Yep,
it's like,
yep.
yeah, it doesn't fuck with the pattern, you know. And I think that's why some True Ghost projects will be better without DG. Or am I wrong? You think, Emilio? Like, do you think when it comes to True Ghost stuff, like DG is still a must, or you should be careful with it even with that? That yellowing thing we talked about, right? Like,
I think the animal will be perfect without Pied. The one with Pied, the yellow was brought in. Like the animals that were hit recently, once you add that another level of, let's say, brown in there, it turns yellow. That's not for me. Yeah.
Do you guys hold on? What were we just talking about? What morph? I'm sorry, my mind just went fucking left.
True Ghost.
True Ghost. Do you guys work Exantic at all, Mary and Grant?
Yeah.
What Exantic projects are you guys pursuing?
Well, I've been trying to hit a DG Exanthic for a couple of years, and I guess that's just going to be another one of my Lavender Albino G-Stripe sagas of 9 years of trying to hit it.
Oh, man.
Damn, you said the Lavender G-Stripe?
Yeah, it took us 9 years to finally hit that.
Yeah, over 100 eggs.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It'd be like that, right?
It'd be like that for sure.
Yeah.
Because lavender now is just not, it's kind of, I don't know, it's not really popping. Hate to say, right? Am I tripping?
No, you're right. We still work with it because we like it, though.
It's still pretty snake. Like, you'll be seeing some shit at shows where it's like, whoa, that thing looks gorgeous. Like, it's, like, you can't deny that it's still, like, some of those projects are so eye-peeling, and it's like, you got to get your hands on some of that stuff, but then, I don't know, it's just not really popping. It's crazy. It's like a table snake.
Yeah.
But a hard snake to hit, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to work hard to hit that shit.
Yeah.
But what's funny about the ball python game is we were just talking about paint being,
Not
a $200 snake, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna continue to see these situations where stuff is just, it comes out of nowhere and it takes over again, right, guys?
Yeah. I think lavender era will be back. I think there's going to be some crazy lavender era again because again, that color palette, you can't deny it. It's crazy. Like, remember Justin made that Starburst snake or some shit like that, or he fucking called it Starburst, and I remember seeing that in person. I was like, wow, like, dude, that's a real snake. But then just kind of just chilled out after that, But you can't put everything like gone for good. Like, dude, all this shit could just come right back. So,
I have a question for you guys without giving away any secrets, okay, of where you might be going with stuff. What's that next paint combo that's gonna really knock our socks off? Because you guys are the pros. I feel like I have to ask you that,
So we're working lace into it because if you look at the white lace, you still get that peppering on the bottom, which we like. But man, those laces, they're like desert ghosts. They're so bright. Even the lace, they get brighter with age, kind of like a desert ghost without cleaning up all that noise that you want. At least that's what I think.
100%.
I'm actually going through something. I just got a DM, or I think during commercial break, it might have been you, Grant, or Mary. But this is showing that Mogwai snake we were talking about. So, who's this person? Tom, I think his name is. Is this a buddy of yours? Tommy's Python Balls? Or Tommy's Python?
That's the guy that I sold it to. He posted a picture of it.
So you guys produce this right here?
Yeah. So that's a yellow belly Mogwai paint.
Wow,
that's nice.
It's See how the Mogwai just really like it amps up the color and it like really like blows out the pattern.
Right, but okay. For instance, are we trying to do that on paint?
I think anything that's gonna kind of add to that granity blow, just blowing it out, is definitely gonna help it.
Yeah.
We suspect that spot nose yellow belly paint has Mogwai. We suspect. You know,
The one we just looked at.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
But
correct.
I don't fully understand the Mogwai. Like I said, you know, it blows out the alien heads into like a donut. So it's either that doing it, or that's just what that gene does. But it's just weird that a lot of the alien heads with the Mogwais get blown out into donuts instead of alien heads.
Did you guys hold back anything like this? Are you guys sitting on anything that has these genetics in it?
Oh yeah.
And so what's the game plan? If again, with like Emilio said, without telling us maybe too much, what direction are you trying to take a snake like this?
Well, I mean, we like fire because fire ages nice, and then like I was saying, the adding lace to stuff like that.
Ooh, lace, but like white lace, right? Or is that going to be too much?
No, I think white lace, but I mean, you gotta do the white lace and then make your lace
Heads
and then bring them back.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, because I've seen white lace how it ages. It's fucking gorgeous. Ages way better than DG. But I'm wondering if like there's some cases of white lace that would bring back pattern, but like better, you know?
Yeah.
Like actually like show like so like for instance, like you see how like you talked about Mogwai kind of blowing out some of the paint pattern. Like you could see it and it's kind of blown out. I wonder if you put white lace into this, if it brings that back, but like different, like more like I don't know. I've just seen some shit with Justin's. And I'm like, holy shit, white lace is like, I'm obsessed with that gene. I really am. Like that's something I really want to in the next few years start producing a lot of this white lace stuff into like my visual stuff.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. I love what white lace yellow bellies specifically look like.
Yeah.
All the pattern on the belly, the extra pixelation. I think it'd be an amazing animal once you guys hit it. Yeah, for sure.
You guys work in puzzle or no?
No.
Curious. Do you think puzzle would do good in a gene like paint?
Honestly, from what I've seen with puzzle, I think puzzle will just bully the hell out of paint. That's just my personal opinion.
Bully, you said?
Yeah, like it just cover it up, bully it out. I could be wrong. Somebody might make a puzzle paint that I go, okay, I was totally wrong with that. But most of the puzzles that you see, they're very obvious that they're puzzled. Like I've not seen very many that change the pattern too much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys this. I love the hurricane and the trick puzzles I've seen. I hope that the paint puzzle kind of follows that mold, because the hurricane paints that Limey hit and the blitz paints that I saw today, they're incredible. They make me want to go buy and get into paint right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, the blitz paint came out really nice.
Yes.
Who made that? Who made that combo?
The blitz paint. He was on the show before.
There goes Emilio's memory again.
No, I don't. I haven't dealt with this guy.
Was it Milbrandt? Wasn't it Milbrandt?
Milbrandt has a lot of blitz paint stuff.
Jake Milbrandt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, and also Limey hit the Hurricanes.
Okay, Jake, but Jake's never been on the show with you, right, Emilio? He came on with me, right?
With you, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Jake. Is he still in the ball pythons or is he out? I thought he got out. Is he more in the carpets now and shit like that? Am I tripping?
I haven't seen the guy really.
Oh no, he's still in it. No, he's still in the ball pythons.
Okay.
Yeah, he now I remember he kind of converted his company with somebody else.
Yeah, he's another one that's just like real low key and then just kind of drops some mad stuff.
Yeah, he did. He was like an Ernesto to me too. He popped up out of Tinley and was like, "Hey, Jake Milbrandt introduced himself. Real nice guy." knew Gary Scavino, and so like it was definitely. That's why I'm like, there's so many of those guys, man, that are doing work, but they're just silent. They're chilling, like they got a life, you know. Not that we don't have a life. I'm just saying, like it's like they don't. It's not that important to be out there so much. You know what I mean? But there's, you know, Jake's also been around for years as well. Like, I think that's more of the OG era. I feel like like Mark Bailey, Reptiles is the only guy I know who could do what he's doing without a website, without a fucking Instagram. Just he'll throw shit on Morph Market and has his, you know, customer clientele on his phone, and that's all he needs. And like, I tried to get the guy to get his Instagram so many times. He's like, for what? What the fuck do I need that for? And I'm like, never mind. Must be nice.
OG's gonna do what OG does.
Yes, especially if it's working, right? Like, you know, an OG is not gonna stop something that's working for him. You know.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how it works. But other than paint, guys, is there anything else you guys are excited about? Like, you know, I know paint's been mainly the meat and potatoes of tonight's episode, but I'm wondering if there's something else under your guys' sleeve that you're not letting us know about, maybe, or you're excited about. You want to spill some beans?
I mean, we do a lot of work with the clowns. That's still one of our favorite morphs out there is clown.
Clown. Oh, so that's why you don't have puzzle, because you're team clown.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm a sucker for a clown. So
such a powerful.
That and spot nose, like, and then the spot nose clown to me is like one of the best combos out there.
I found out this year how crazy spot nose could change a whole combo in clown. Like just spot nose. Because I remember I thought I had something like next level crazy, and I just never hatched out spot nose clown combos before. It was my first time. So like having something that bright and almost like, you know, gives you like a spidery look. It's crazy, but it's like without the wobble. You know, it's like. It was really cool to see how powerful spot nose could be, and I'm with you, Grant. Like I want spot nose in a lot of my shit, you know. But also spot nose could be dicey in certain areas. Am I right, Emilio? Like, aren't you kind of careful with spot nose, Emilio?
You know me. I've just been careful for it not to take over a lot of my collection.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's stuff you can't breed it to because it does have a super mild wobble. But I mean, I love it. I love spot nose. I just with me, I just make sure it's not everywhere, you know, like stuff.
Yeah, just like you, we try to avoid doing spot nose to spot nose pairings. Try to avoid the Powerball.
Yeah. What?
That's where the wobble really shows up.
Yep.
It's great. Again, do your thing, but there's people that are still pursuing Powerballs out there. That's crazy.
I mean, they're hitting them by mistake now, and you know they are being marketed as you know, just they're not as bad as people say. I mean, I don't know, that, you know, to each their own, right? I mean,
I guess. Is there anything that you guys avoid, like in your projects, or like, I mean, like we're talking about, or is there anything that you guys are like making sure it doesn't go back into like this or that, like careful with it? Not really.
No, not really. I mean, we don't have very much. We have very little spider stuff.
And we haven't given up on spider either. So we made a bongo spider, and the bongo reaction with the spider was one of the strongest I've ever seen with a spider. And so far, they have no noticeable wobble. So
where's bongo at? Can you guys catch me up to speed where bongo's at? Because I feel like that's a name. You know, it comes and goes. You know, you see stuff here and there. But where's it at since you guys are working it?
So that's another one that it was real popular. Who had it? Who did we get it from?
I think that
Breeder Circle. Did they start bongo or?
We picked up a bongo from the Breeder Circle, but there was that limey nose at the shows, older guy. Anyways, Our first bongo we got from him, and it was a pastel bongo, and
Oh, Ben Cole.
Ben Cole.
Yeah, Ben Cole. Those are.
And he kind of started the bongo, and then nobody really worked with the bongo, but that's another one of the genes that we just absolutely love. It works great with spot nose, and I think we've seen it kind of pick up since we've been doing it, but
Yeah.
not. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't picked up more.
It does some wild stuff and clown and pretty much everything else. Mike from Ramirez Worlds, he's doing a lot of work with the bongo stuff.
It's definitely gained some legs recently.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, you know, and I love mainly like your guys' thing is like standing tall on a project you believe in. Because again, like, and this is maybe a part of like the influence that we had during COVID of people just diving into projects without even methodically thinking, do they really want to work it? Even when it's not popular, because everybody bought what was popular. And then when it came down to making popular stuff, they can't sell it. Want to know why? It's all there. It's all available. Everybody's making it. And that's why it's like, dude, you're too late. That's why it's good to work something that you are just happy looking at. Because if it's something that's not popular, who gives a fuck? You like it. And then you just never know this $200 snake that nobody wants is fucking $20,000 when you put another recessive in it. All of a sudden, what the fuck? Your life changes just like that.
Yeah,
I love ball pythons.
I don't understand why you would work a project that you don't like to look at. Like that just blows my mind.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It goes a lot more than just buying. Like you gotta really fucking know this is something you want. Like you gotta see something in it. Like that's what mainly with this Exante projects. Like you guys see something with it. You gotta have something that just drives you insane to where you just want to just who gives a shit if it takes 5-6 years. Like you're not even thinking of the time. That's why like there's so many things I got into in the reptile game where I like it could take this long, but I didn't give a shit. Like as long as I do it, as long as it happens at some point, I'm okay with. And but the whole timeline thing, like getting into projects that are just trendy or popular and having a time frame on when you need to make it, like those are the two biggest killers in any new hobbyists coming in wanting to breed. Is putting that kind of pressure on them, on themselves,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did suffer from that. I mean, we bought 3 adult ivory females, and they didn't breed for us for the first 2 years. But a lot of people don't realize that those adults do not adjust to your collection as fast as a baby does. So,
dude, yeah.
We bought a Mojave one time. It was 1,800 grams. It didn't eat for the first 9 months. Never ate. And then one day it started eating, and she was 5,000 grams when we sold her. I mean, she just never stopped.
Yep, it'd be like that. I sold an animal to a guy, and it didn't eat for him for 12 months.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sort of wish. This is why I sort of wish we had more actual evidence of like big adults, or if there's even big adult ball pythons in the wild. Like, are they getting to 5,000 grams in the fucking wild? You know what I'm saying? And that's why sometimes when people get a snake that's an adult, that's a big fucking snake, if it's not trying to eat, it's not going to eat, especially when it knows it has all this food in its system and it's a big snake. Those fuckers will shut off for over a year sometimes. And then all of a sudden they'll just eat like nothing happened. And, but also too, like, as long as that could be a factor bringing in an adult snake, which I think in 2025, guys, you shouldn't be buying adult snakes. I get they're out there. Don't do what you got to do, but know that you're gambling. You're rolling the dice every time. Because you got to ask yourself, if it's a good deal and if it's a nice snake, why is this person getting rid of it? Okay, like, how's his collection? How are the other animals? Like, there's just a list of things. And I hope you're quarantined, because I don't think that many ball python people give a fuck about quarantine. They don't think that's a thing. Like, you know what I mean? Until you fuck around and find out, and then you're like, oh shit, I got Nido.
If you've been in here long enough, you've heard the horror stories.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we quarantine everything and we test everything that comes in. and it actually makes us nervous to do the shows, you know, because
I don't blame you.
that's your biggest opening. So we pre-treat our alpha dry with prevenamite, so that way when they're on it at the show, if somebody does bring a snake by, or you know, has been holding a snake that has mites, you know, that's our first line of defense. Is hopefully that prevenamite gets them right there at the mite before it can even get onto the snake.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Emilio. I mean, how do you delegate that, Emilio? You do a lot of shows, so are you I mean, what do you have to say to that?
All the animals that are going to shows, they come back and there's a quarantine rack for those animals, and they have a little piece of pest strip. Honestly, I'm not using a ton of prevenamite. It's here. If I need it, I use it. But so far, I've only had an issue once. I've done 69 shows. What I can tell you guys is that I don't let anyone hold any animals that have animals on them, and I am not afraid to tell them to back off the table.
Oh,
it's not even that, though. How many times you've been at a show and an animal got out from another vendor?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's happened. Yeah, that's happened.
You know?
Yeah.
That animal has free reign all night long. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's something you can't stop from happening when it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it could be that 1 minute you go to the bathroom or some shit, and it's some fucking dirty, grimy dude just came by your table or something. Like it can happen that easy. Like even walking your stuff out of the show, going by other people's booths, like to me, it freaks me out. Again, I'm not too worried with the ball pythons as long as I have somewhere to put them and look at them after I bring them back from a show. You know, that's my method of doing it. I was going to originally think about bringing chondros to Pomona this January, but I'm like, fuck that. Like, if it took me this long to finally make these fuckers, last thing I want to do is take them to the show and something like we're just talking about happens, and then what? Then I have to go public about it.
Yeah.
Because it's my job. That's what I do for a living. I go public about it every time. It sucks. But yeah.
Let me hit something I wanted to hit earlier. If you do get an adult ball python and it's clean and you quarantine it, if I was you guys, and this is for viewers out there, I wouldn't breed it the first year. I'd give that animal a year off. Let it adjust to your system. Yeah. Let it adjust to your collection, to how you do things. That's what's I've had success with that with a little bit of adults that I brought in. You know, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give the animal a year off, and it's just there, you know, for a full year.
The whole stress thing becomes more of a factor, I think, when they're older. Like the older they are, the whole like adjustment. Because you got to think, if they've been in a collection for so long, that's all they know. And dude, even people, like when you go to someone else's room, you know, you can feel a difference. Like it's not your room. Like your room is your room. Like everything is. And think about it. If it's been there for years, that snake is so just fucking conditioned to be in that room. So when it goes from that point to someone else's rack who could be cooking them hotter or whatever little adjustment it's not used to, that could have an effect on the whole snake's state of mind and whatever, you know, which it just takes time to adjust for the most part. Like you just got to get them time to acclimate, get the fuckers to eat. Once they're eating, you're good, you know, but even when they're not eating, if it's a big snake, don't stress it. Just give it time, you know? Because I think definitely when a snake is that big, it's not going to die from starvation. It's more likely to die from not drinking. Like hydration is going to be the most important thing, is making sure it's drinking water. And you can tell when a snake's not drinking water. It'll visibly look like shit. But then again, a snake should be drinking water too. So I don't know. I think also like, this is why I think kind of slowing down and being just more on the obsessive pet keeping side of things, you could see what a snake looks like when it's healthy. Like you know what you're looking at when you're seeing a healthy snake versus a snake that isn't doing too well or like whatever. You could just see in its demeanor or the way it's coiled or something. I don't know. I feel like I could spot a sick snake from a mile away sometimes. But that's because I see these guys every day, you know? So I don't know. You know, were you gonna say something, Emilio?
Oh yeah, lethargic snakes, you know, the way they coil, the way they ball up. I mean, if it don't look right, it ain't right, right, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Wrap up topic of the episode. I'll go first, and then we'll let Emilio go. At this point, guys, I like to ask this question to a lot of veterans. If somebody out there just isn't sure about this, just because if you associate yourself with the negative part of the hobby, you're going to hear nothing but negative shit, right? But the people who are doing work, the ones who are actually having success, having fun, you don't hear them complaining, right? So if you have somebody that's in the middle, guys, and they're maybe not know if they're meant or built for this, but they're like 3-4 years in deep, what's your recommendation for people like you who've been around as long as you have?
It goes back to, breed what you like. And I always say that she's her best customer.
You gotta be, dude. Amen.
If you're not your best customer, then you're not doing something right.
Don't do it. If you're not trying to be your first buyer, don't do it. Like that's what this is about. Like I remember, like when I get my first clutch, my very first thought was, I cannot wait to pick out the ones I want to keep.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be to the end of time. Like you should always be the one where I get mine, and that's what I want to hold on to, and then figure out the rest. Right, Emilio?
Yeah, 100%.
Got to be your number one customer, dude. So I agree, and I feel like keeps the excitement. Like you should want to be your number one customer. And if you're not, then you're not breeding the right stuff. Like there's something wrong. Like if you're not trying to get a piece of that clutch that's cooking right now in your incubator, dude, what are you doing? That's the wrong pair. Sorry. You're not pairing the right thing.
People that have been in it forever, the only thing they sell at those shows is their byproduct for the projects they're trying to get.
Right. Dude, fucking epic. All right, what do you got, Big E?
All right, I can relate to this with you guys. I'm gonna ask you this because I got into Exantic in 2009 when no one gave a shit, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel for both of you that your baby is a top 6 recessive again, or now, or how does it feel? Tell me how good it feels to, have the fortitude to keep working something that, man, at one point you're like, oh my God, like what are these people not seeing, right?
Yeah. I'm just really happy that paint is finally getting what it deserves, as far as people finally seeing what it can do.
I'm really happy that it's reacted with our favorite genes so well, like spot nose and clown and stuff like that. That's even a bonus for us.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you guys. I'm really happy for Limey. Travis. A lot of the guys that really believe in this project. I'm really, really happy for them, and I can't wait to see what you guys continue to produce, because it's very interesting to see. So it's got a lot of legs.
Yeah, I gotta say, paint's my favorite granite gene right now in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see too, and we haven't seen nothing yet, which is great. Like I think in a year from now, we bring you back on the show, and then we talk about what you guys just hit, and it's gonna be fucking even crazier, So
hopefully,
yeah.
Day by day. But yeah, great show, guys. We got hot seat questions before we let you guys go. I'll go first, and then Emilio's gonna take you for a ride. So if you guys are ready, okay? Guys, shout out there in the chats. Let's get the lights up. Hot seat question time of the episode. I'll go first. You guys got to answer at the same time, and you can't look at each other for help. It's just like you look at us and you just answer, and it has to be at the same time. Do your best to say it at the same time, but you can't influence each other. It's your guys' your thing, okay? All right, guys. It's been a while since we had a couple hot seat question segment, and it's going down right now. Grant and Mary, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Frozen Thought or live?
5.
A cut or no cut?
Cut.
On what day?
After 2 have pipped.
Yeah, after 2 have pipped.
Green tree pythons or emerald tree boas?
Green tree.
I don't know enough about either one of them. Sorry.
Just pick, Grant. Just out of a hat.
Amazon. Tree boas.
That's not the option.
Oh.
Hey, big,
What's that? He said boa.
big ass teeth or small teeth?
Small teeth.
All
right.
All right. First thing you would feed a baby ball python.
Opera mouse.
Least favorite incomplete dominant.
Pastel.
Ooh, nice. Spicy. What you got, Grant?
Least favorite. Right now, I'd have to probably go like champagne.
Whoa, okay. I mean, champagne. Forgot about that one.
You ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong. Yay imports or boo imports?
Yay.
Yay. Yeah.
Favorite colubrid species?
Therapid king.
Yeah, Therapid king.
To spray or mist a ball python, or to never spray and mist a ball python?
Mist.
Mist.
Nice. Yay sports or boo sports?
Yay.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay. What would be your guys' favorite sport?
Mine was baseball.
Yeah, baseball. We used to watch the Oakland A's a lot. We went to
Oakland A's. Oh damn! No more Oakland A's stadium. I don't think right. I went to one of the last Oakland Raider games too before they stopped. Anyways, all right. Steak or fish?
steak.
Wow, dude, I love Mary's energy on that one. I love steak too, Mary. Mary, what's your favorite cut of steak?
Ribeye.
Yeah, ribeye.
Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Halen.
Halen.
Thank you. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast.
Favorite West Coast rapper or rap group of all time?
Yeah. I'd have to go Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Snoop.
Yep.
All right, cool. Little word association. I just need the first thing to come to mind. Ready? Milk.
Cookies.
Cookies, yeah.
Substrate.
Coco.
FedEx shipping.
Yay.
Okay.
Number one double recessive in the ball python game.
Double recessive.
Paint clown.
Yeah.
I like that.
I was gonna say lavender albino.
Wow. Jesus.
Five.
Morph market.
Yay.
Yay.
Instagram trolls.
Boo.
All right, last but not least, and then get ready because it's Emilio time after this. Let's see to come to mind. You cannot cheat. I don't care whose feelings you cannot cheat. Coolest reptile network in the world.
Talk.
Top.
Paint
All
the
right,
world. Paint the world.
I have to say,
All right, guys.
we do sponsor. We sponsor the Whiskey Bomb Network, so I have to include that. I'm sorry.
That's all good. No, that's all. Hey, all love over here. No worries.
All right. So I'm gonna give you 6 recessives, and you're gonna give me the weakest link of the 6, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you another question right after.
All right.
Paint, clown, exanthic, lavender, albino, pied, and genetic stripe. Give me the weakest link.
Genetic stripe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I need you to pick 3 that you're gonna work of the 6, and that's all you can work. Paint, clown, exanthic, lavender, albino, pied, and genetic stripe. Give me 3. You got to keep 3.
Paint.
Clown. Probably lavender albino.
Yeah.
Man, you love your labs, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
They're loyal, bro. They're loyal to their genes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, loyalty got them where they are with that paint. So,
Exactly.
all right. I'm going to give you our incompletes now, okay? Spot nose, bongo, acid/confusion, blitz, fire, and calico. Pick 3.
spot nose, fire, bongo.
All right, now I'm going to make it interesting. Pick one of those.
Spot nose.
All right. You're living up to you're super loyal. All right. Yellow belly dreamsicle or orange dream leopard clown pipe?
The first one.
Say that again.
Yellow belly dreamsicle or orange dream leopard clown pipe?
Oh yeah.
The dreamsicle for sure.
Dreamsicle, yeah.
All right. DG hypo or true ghost?
True Ghost.
How about you, Grant?
I'm gonna have to go True Ghost because that's the only one that I remember seeing in person lose. And they're
Okay. All right.
nice.
All right. Now I'm gonna go with your bread and butter. Okay. Mogwai yellow belly paint, black pastel vanilla paint, or hurricane paint or blitz paint. Give me one of those that you have to have.
Blitz paint.
Blitz paint. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I really enjoyed this episode, guys.
I did too, man. I really did. It was a good episode, really, because guys, it's hard to really kind of find out who everyone is out there, but I like finding the ones who've been around this game for a while because it's inspiring. It really is, especially when you feel like, is ball pythons going to be something that's does it have longevity in it? Of course it does. It's always had longevity in it, and we're staring right at it. So, really good episode, guys. Anything you guys want to close off with? Anything you guys like to say? Any closing statements?
Thanks for having us on. I really appreciate it. And stick with your projects that you like. Don't give up on them.
Dude, respect. I mean, that's advice right there. That will take you long in this game if you take that advice. Go ahead, Emilio.
Yeah, going off of what MJ said, this game is incredible. It's going to be here forever. And guess what? We're going to be old farts. We're going to be old fucking farts still producing amazing stuff. Okay? Yep. Hell yeah.
I won't be old. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Mentally, I'm in my 20s, so we're gonna just stay there.
No, but I mean down the road.
I know, dude. Let's not father time this episode right now, okay? I hate being 40 now. I'm like, because when people talk about time, I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear about that right now.
Just wait till you get closer to 50.
Oh shit! All right, listen, guys, where can people follow you? If people wanted to reach out to you for anything, where can people hit you up at?
Instagram, Facebook, MORPH Market.
I'm going to put all those links in the description below. Guys, if you're not following this couple, please, you need to right now. Paint the world. It's a wrap. Give it up for Grant and Mary, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to meet you guys.
Have a good night. I can't wait to have you guys back on someday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Good episode.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Paint. Shout out to Paint.
They had me going down memory lane, brother.
Yeah, man. You gotta love it. Because that's around the same era as you, right? 2008. Yeah. That's right there, right neck and neck with you.
100%. Yeah, love it, bro. I love talking to people that had pretty much the same experiences as myself. It's great.
Now I can't help but to start thinking how much I'm about to get on Limey's bumper. How we need him on the show. It has to happen.
I've been all over him, bro.
I know. You gotta make it happen. Mary and Graf, if you're hearing this, help us get Limey.
Yeah.
I don't know what he looks like still. I still don't know what he looks like. I gotta figure that out.
Neither.
Mystery that guy, man. But again, like shout to the Limeys, the Ernestos, the Jakes, like the ones who've been around working this shit that are just choosing to be low key. I respect that. I really do, man. My hat's off to you, because guess what? Those are all dying breeds right there. Mark Bailey's, all that shit. That's like, dude, we're not gonna see many of those. We don't see those anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what's crazy too? Go ahead.
Next week we got, the other side of the world, right?
Oh yes, dude. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to give them too much, but yeah,
I'm just saying it's gonna be cool. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, I'm just gonna say the demographic of the country. We're going to Asia, okay?
Yes.
That's all I gotta say. Physically we're not going. We will someday, but we're tapping into the Asian market next Monday night. Finally, you guys are in for a treat. Yeah. So appreciate you, Big E, guys. Villarino Reptiles. Go subscribe to his Instagram, and also, man, if you really want to level your ball python game and knowledge, go hit up his Patreon. Villarino Reptiles on Patreon. But give it up. It's a wrap for my big bro, Big E Top G, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, guys. Good night, brother.
Thank you, man. Have a good night. Appreciate you so much. Great episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All you guys in the chats, you guys are awesome. Before you guys leave, hit that like button, all right? Especially if you're trying to paint the world. If you thought this was an inspiring episode for the paint game, hit that like button for Grant and Mary. And, yeah, man, don't forget, if you're looking for exclusive content, you want to get more out of what you see, you want to tap into my projects that I have going on over here with the Chondros and the Emeralds and even some cool ball python stuff, then come join the Trap Talk Patreon family. Click the very first link in the description below. Connect to the Discord. and there's an awesome Instagram group chat, 24/7 popping trappers from all over the world. Some of the best keepers, part of the Patreon. So again, don't forget, check out all these episodes on all major audio platforms, Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, all the major ones. So if you're more on the audio side, go at it, go ballistic. Shout out to all my sponsors. You can find all the links to my sponsors in the description below. So thank you so much for supporting my sponsors. I'll catch you here for On the Tree Tuesday tomorrow night, and I'm out. Cheers.
Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Devin.
I'm Teresa, and we are Pragmors. We are based in Czech Republic, a small country in the middle of Europe.
We really love animals that revolve around multi-recessive projects, and one of our very favorites is Hypo. We're really looking forward to clutches that are coming this season, and some of those are Hypo Clown, DG Clown, Hypo DG Clown, and one of our all-time favorites, Hypo Puzzle.
Hope you enjoyed the next episode on Trap Talk, the greatest reptile network in the world.
If you guys want to see next level cutting edge ball python projects, please make sure you head over to their Instagram to follow all their amazing work, and head over to their website to see what they could possibly have available by heading over to progmorphs.com. Thank you again, Devin and Teresa, for bringing some of the biggest heat worldwide in the ball python game. If you want to be organized, if you want to be cutting edge in the ball python game, then you don't want to miss this. Shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. No better place to start off than by using this app. Clutch is an organization app that helps you organize all your ball python projects. It also helps your peers and your fellow community members look at what you possibly have coming for the upcoming ball python season, what you have currently available on Morph Market. It's so awesome to be ahead of the game by using organization app like Clutch. Thank you so much, the entire Clutch team, amazing team over at Clutch. If I were you, I would head over to Clutch's Instagram account, and I would also head over to their website, try it out, see how it works for you, but especially if you're just now coming into this, before you build your reptile collection, I would do it organized, and I would do it with Clutch. Thank you, Clutch, for being so amazing. Excited to hear what Clutch has to bring in the near future. Cheers.